Good evening, friends. Today I will tell you about how the process of fertilization and embryo transfer occurs. After oocyte retrieval and semen analysis, the mature egg and the sperm are being fertilized. Fusion of male and female gamete is known as fertilization. Fertilization can be attempted using two methods. First is conventional insemination, second is intracytoplasmic sperm injection, which is also known as ICSI. First first is conventional insemination. In this method, the healthy sperm and mature egg are mixed together and incubated overnight. Second is ICSI. In ICSI, a single healthy sperm is injected directly into the mature egg. ICSI is often used when a semen quality or number is a problem or if fertilization attempts during prior IVF cycles failed. Intracytoplasmic sperm injection, that is also known as ICSI. In ICSI, a single healthy sperm is injected directly into each mature egg. ICSI is often used when a semen quality or number is a problem or if fertilization attempts during prior IVF cycles failed. In certain situations, the doctor may recommend other procedures before embryo transfer. The second is assisted hatching. After 5 to 6 days after fertilization of an embryo hatches from its surrounding membrane, that is zona pellucida, allowing it to implant into the lining of the uterus. If patient is an older woman or if she have had multiple failed IVF attempts, then doctor might recommend assisted hatching. It is a technique in which the hole is made into the zona pellucida just before transfer to help the embryo hatch and implant. Assisted hatching is also useful for eggs or embryos that have been previously frozen, as the process can harden the zona pellucida. Fertilization occurs within 18 hours of adding or injecting the sperm. During development, oocytes gets rid of its excess chromosomes by releasing polar bodies. The first polar body is extruded around the time of ovulation or oocyte retrieval. The presence of the first polar body indicates the oocyte is mature and has the potential to be fertilized. Only mature oocytes can be fertilized. Normal fertilization occurs when two pronuclei are formed. The first pronuclei is from the oocyte and the one is from the sperm. Since each oocyte and sperm are haploid, they each contain only half of the normal genetic material of a human. The combination of the two brings the chromosome number back to the correct number. To achieve two polar nuclear events, two events must occur. First, the oocyte must be activated. It occurs when the sperm enters the oocyte. Second is when the sperm head must be decondensed, allowing the chromosome to unwind. The membrane surrounding the sperm head must be broken from for sperm head to decondense. This occurs during traditional IVF when the sperm tail detaches from the head. During ICSI, the sperm tail is bent using the ICSI pipette, which breaks the membrane surrounding the sperm. An immature oocyte that don't have a ability to be fertilized is known as germinal vesicle, whereas atretic oocytes or oocytes with broken zonas are not available and are unable to be fertilized. Embryo culture system is a specific combination of environmental conditions, technical equipment, and particular nutrients that embryo requires for optimal growth. We must tightly control all conditions affecting the embryo, including light, temperature, humidity, and the concentration of gases that each embryo is incubated within. Minor variations in these conditions can have a devastating effect on embryo growth and development. In incubator, embryos are grown in a microenvironment that includes a combination of temperature about 37 degrees Celsius, humidity 90%, and a mixture of three gases. First is carbon dioxide, which is by 5.5%, O2 5%, and nitrogen 89.5%. Growth media is used to culture the embryos. Different media are formulated to provide the most beneficial nutrients to the embryos at each different stage of development. We move the embryos from one media to another as they grow, as each of stage development has its own unique requirements for optimal growth. First, fertilization media. It is used to promote the fertilization of the oocyte. Second, the cleavage media, specific nutrients to assist the embryo in early development from one cell stage to around the 8 cell stage. Third is the blastocyst media. It contains different sets of nutrients that help the embryo continue to develop from 8 cells to well over 100 cells. Each type of media is designed to deliver the proper nutrients to the embryo at the time when they are needed the most. For example, a day 1 embryo doesn't use a lot of glucose at it develops initially. But on day 3, as the embryos start to make its transition from a multicell embryo towards a blastocyst, the embryo's utilization of glucose goes up significantly. So on day 3rd, embryos are moved to a media that has a higher concentration of glucose. Stable pH for the embryos to grow in. pH is controlled by the concentration of CO2 in the incubator. Therefore, as the level of CO2 is fluctuate, so does the pH of the media. Embryos are grown in small drops of media in a petri dish. Drops are covered with a layer of culture oil. This layer of oil helps to keep the pH fluctuations to a minimum by allowing for a slow exchange of CO2 from the surrounding environment to the media in which the embryos are growing. This slow exchange of gases and the stable pH that it creates are very important for the development of the embryo. Now I will tell you about how embryo is being transferred. Embryo transfer is done at IVF hospital and usually takes place about 2 to 5 days after egg retrieval. The patient might be given a mild sedative. The procedure is usually painless, although patient might experience mild cramping. The doctor will insert a long, thin, flexible tube called catheter into patient's vagina through cervix into the uterus. A syringe containing one or more embryos suspended in a small amount of fluid is attached to the end of the catheter. Using the syringe, the embryologist places the embryo or embryos into the uterus. An embryo will implant in the lining of the uterus about 6 to 10 days after egg retrieval. After the embryo transfer, the patient can do normal activities, however, the ovaries may still be enlarged. After 12 days to 2 weeks after egg retrieval, doctor will test a sample of the blood to detect whether the patient is pregnant. The chances of giving birth to a healthy baby after using IVF depends on various factors including maternal age. What is maternal age? The younger the female is, the more likely the female gets pregnant and give birth to a healthy baby using her own eggs during IVF. Women age 41 and older are often to counseled to consider using donor eggs during IVF to increase their chances of success. Embryo status, reproductive history. Reproductive history, the success rates are lower for women who have previously used IVF multiple times but didn't get pregnant. Causes of infertility. Having a normal supply of eggs increases chances of being able to get pregnant using IVF. Women who have severe endometriosis are less likely to be able to get pregnant using IVF than are women who have unexplained infertility. Lifestyle factors. Women who smoke typically have fewer eggs retrieved during IVF and may miscarry more often. Smoking can lower a woman's chances of success using IVF by 50%. Obesity can decrease chances of getting pregnant and having a baby. Use of alcohol, recreational drugs, excessive caffeine, and certain medical medications also can be harmful. Now I will tell you the different stages of embryo development. What are the different stages of embryo development? First is the fertilized oocyte. Immediately after fertilization, the egg contains two pronuclei. Each nucleus contains the chromosomal material from one of the genetic parents. Second is four-cell embryo. Each of the four cells is called as blastomere. The embryo is surrounded by a protein matrix shell called the zona pellucida. Third is the 8-cell embryo. On the third day after the egg retrieval, the usual day for embryo transfer, embryo will have around 8 cells. The fourth is the morula stage. At 4 days old, the embryo reaches the morula stage. The cells are compacted together. The embryo should have between 16 and 32 cells. The fifth one is the early blastocyst. On the day 5th, the morula begins to form a fluid-filled cavity or cyst. The morula is becoming a blastocyst. The cells are becoming organized into two distinct gaps. The inner cell are round and will become the fetus. The outer cell are flat and will become the placenta. My message to everyone: Be safe from coronavirus. Clean hands with soap and water or with hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth when coughing and sneezing. Always wear mask. Keep social distancing. Thank you.